Is good, my anime people? Making sure I'm not muted, my anime people. um, Circus this week, guys. We are getting into it. This is feeling like the final stretch, but as I have been tricked in the past, that could be not the case. I mean, I could see this show really kind of dabbling in its own happiness, and maybe not even just happiness, but maybe the fact that they might not completely um, end up winning the way that they want to. So there could be this motion where the end of this show is more of the aftermath and what truly transpires afterwards, instead of just leaving us with a lot of questions towards, like, if, for instance, this is episode 21 and we're supposed to get like 36 episodes, right? If they go in and, mind you, he's already on, the kid's already on his way to attack Faceless. Um, Nagumi, our main character, who's the martial artist, is on his way to somewhere completely different, and in that area he's trying to help those kids who have been attacked, which seems pretty convenient that the puppet or the animatronics have found the place that supposedly houses the cure, and all of a sudden are already inside and have taken out many people. So it's a very interesting overall scene. In the case of, like, I need to take this damage. In the case of, if we see, wow, I took no damage from that. If we see anyone really uh, come to the rescue, it was going to be this martial arts character. But at the same time, there's so many people that have lost their lives here already that it feels like they shouldn't have been able to find out where this place was, in my opinion. And because of that, it feels like we haven't learned everything that someone or something behind the scenes is probably still assisting, if not, um, still carrying the weight of hiding whatever may be the secret behind the plans of Faceless or something. Because with 21 episodes being here and they kind of jumping towards the next plot of, or not the next plot, but supposedly the end game of it all, it just doesn't feel real. Like, we've seen these guys literally go to the Midnight Circus, beat the Midnight Circus to as much of an extent that they could, and yet we are still looking at members of that group alive. Not to mention, they just got another reason to pretty much live and fight even harder than they already were, which they found another Lady Francine. Um, all of these things really carry weight from where they started to where they're about to go now. And that's what I mean by, there seems like a lot of, um, just a lot of gears are turning. And because of that, it's easy to notice the difference in people's just overall personas and how they're all of a sudden carrying themselves now that different, just different aspects are showing up, and whatever happens and whoever starts reacting to it certain ways should be the ones we should be worried about. So not only did the person who created the cure put it somewhere out of, like, it's all the way wherever it is and it's not near him, seems very convenient, so he didn't get attacked and get destroyed. But it makes sense because he's monitoring everything that goes on with Shimigamis and animatronics, so he really does not want to be involved in any type of combat. And with him actually making this and showing us that he can overall push the narrative. Hold on one second. My anime people. All right, sorry about that. But where I was going with all this, it just truly shows that regardless of what we know about anything that starts to be dropped, uh, in the sense of, hey, there's someone working on a cure, there's someone who's completely just fighting the fight, and then now, since all of a sudden the cure shows up, Faceless just happens to attack the entire world, you know? I mean, it kind of makes sense because he got the girl that he's wanted, and not only is like people probably gonna start going crazy, the ones that have somewhat of an immunity and maybe want to do bad things, there's not no one's gonna be really able to stop them when they all have that disease. So um, the world could go pretty crazy. So I think that's one of the aspects that he didn't want the girl to be around. Hence why he probably like has her. He's feeding her and stuff. It's not like he wants her dead or anything like that. So these are the types of things that, oh my god, I just lost this round. These are the types of things that really show you where and how much story and effort was going to all of this, because to still imagine that Faceless is the bad guy of it all still blows my mind, because it was just a really good plot reveal in my opinion, and not to mention the fact that we literally saw him die, and now here he is back as good as new, you know. So these are the types of things that I really enjoy when the show shows, such creative plot lines and different narratives being drawn. But at the end of the day, we are definitely in for a wild ride, because with the kid literally being pushed to this limit, I have never seen such a like tormented and angry face in this show. And not to mention, he's straight up wearing a Hunter X. He's wearing Gon's like colors and look almost a look-alike of his jacket, guys. Like, I don't know how much more straightforward the animated studio could be, but when all of a sudden he needs a coat and it just happens to come in the form of the exact like colors and resemblance of a Hunter x Hunter thing, when these guys are the same like studio who kind of did the 2011, it just it made me really giddy when I saw it. So to think that little details like that can make me just really hopeful for the future of that show, or at least maybe this show having even more references that I might have missed or have later on. It's just small things like enjoy the small things, guys. But yeah, overall, we have quite a bit to uh, see when it comes down to this. With Lady Francine being what the animatronics see right now, that's a really good position for her to be able to at least get out and be able to help anybody that shows up. Not to mention, they're always going to take her side, regardless, because that's just what they live for. So we got some very powerful allies, but I feel like they're going to be kind of fodder to the ones that are on the plane already, because even Faceless seems very confident in bringing them back to life, because they're jokes to him, because they're nothing. And I think that is the type of person who knows he has all of the pieces he needs to win the fight. And not only can he win the fight, he can sit back and eat and party with all of his clown buddies until the fight even begins. So I honestly love how they're putting together this fight, or like this rescue all together, Not to mention taking two huge characters that are like tremendously strong and durable and taking them and putting them somewhere completely else, in a different spot where guy is about to die and he gets saved by someone that wants to still punch him in the face, you know? So amazing, amazing stuff, guys. I hope to talk to you guys in the next video tomorrow. I don't think I have anything else to talk about today, so I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening. I had a really weird experience, but it's just, I'm still young, and everything I do in this life as of now is something I can grow from. And to think that I almost felt like I couldn't move and do stuff like that, it changed my outlook on things. And I just wanted to let you guys know everything that goes on with me, if you guys really care, because I can tell a lot of you do, and I appreciate you for that. And I don't want to leave you guys in the dark. I would never leave some of my closest people in the dark, so why would I leave some people that want to be close with me in the dark? So that's just how I feel. That's just me. But if you want any more contacts, hit me up in the comments, Twitter, Anime Amimo, any of those things. I am always down to talk to you guys in whatever it is. But with that, take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.